Hey you guys, it's Nicole Dion. Today I'm going to be talking about the Diva Cup. I have promised you guys a video a while back. Sorry, I have not been making videos recently, just been really busy. I'm working on expanding my business and so I've been kind of preoccupied doing that. So today I'm going to show you how to insert this Diva Cup. Honestly, when I first saw the Diva Cup, I'm like, what on earth? Like, really? How is this thing supposed to like fit in there? How are you supposed to get it in? How are you supposed to take it out? I mean, like, isn't it extremely messy? Tampons are fairly simple because you just insert it, there's a string and you pull it out. I do recommend this item, especially if you have a heavy period. It's almost like magic. Typically, I have an extremely heavy period because I have a copper IUD, and that causes a extremely heavy flow where it's tampons and pads and hope you don't leak. The Diva Cup kind of keeps everything nestled into this cup. It does not overflow or leak over. You remove it, dump the stuff in the toilet, rinse it out, dry it, reuse it. This can stay in up to 12 hours, so it's perfect for the workday. It's perfect for overnight. All right, so let's jump into how to put it in. This is size number 2. Here's the little diagram here. I don't know if you can see it, but size 1 is for people under 30 years old who've never had any children, and size number 2 is if you've already had kids. You'll want to get this size. I have 4 kids, so I need size number 2. And there's a little diagram. It shows you like how to insert it. Is it comfortable? I'm sure you're gonna ask that. You can't feel it at all, just like you do with the tampon. You just put it in, leave it, forget it, and then change it out. It's really simple. I do think there's a learning curve at first on how to insert it. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're going to bend it, okay? So you're gonna squeeze it together like this. That is how it's going to be inserted. And as you insert, you will turn and it'll pop open, okay? So, is it messier than a tampon? Not really. If you have a heavy flow, you know, you still have to wash your hands after and so forth. You better be washing your hands after, I'm sure you are. But, so it's not any different than pulling out a saturated tampon. It's probably cleaner than that. So again, insert, turn, and let it pop open. You have to let it pop open. If it's not and it's stuck like this, it's not gonna collect anything. So if you just insert it like this, it's not gonna be able to pop open, okay? So you have to make sure you give it a turn and it'll flop open, okay? And then you're protected all day. So what you do is you just go, okay, let me turn it around. So this is inserted, okay? You wanna make sure there's no folds. You'll just go around the ring. You don't have to put your finger up all in there, just go around the ring. If you feel an indentation, that means you didn't give it that turn that you need. Give it that turn, and then it's a nice round surface, okay? So then you have this where you just pull it out, dump the cup, rinse it. I always wash it with soap, rinse it, dry it off, and then reinsert it. The nice thing is typically you won't have to do this in public because basically it stays in for 12 hours. So if you do find yourself in a place where you're gonna have to change it out in public, I just make sure you change it before, like insert it before you go. That way you have the full 12 hours. Possibly getting a second one. That way you can just dump it, wrap it in toilet paper, and then insert another one. But I haven't had that kind of issue, but I would think maybe that would come up for somebody. But it holds quite a bit of fluid. The main thing you want to make sure you do is just change it every 12 hours and clean it. Before you use this item though, you will want to boil it for 10 minutes, just like you do with any type of baby bottle, stuff like that. Boil it for 10 minutes, wash it, boil it, and then it's ready to go, okay? That's for your first use. Every month, you are going to boil this before the first use of your cycle. So wash and boil it, and then it's ready for use. So typically what I do after I have used this item for my cycle, I wash it, boil it, and store it. There's a little cloth carrying case that you can put it in, then it's sanitized for the next use. So, all right, ladies, that is how you put this in. It is so worth trying. It will reduce any leaks and uh-ohs and mishaps. We've all have bled through, most of us have, and it's not only a potential embarrassment, but it could be messy. You might not have time to go clean yourself up because you're at work or you have to go home and get a change of clothes. This solves that problem right there. So I highly recommend the Diva Cup or something similar, and just work with it. You should get the hang of it your first cycle, and then you're good to go for all the other cycles. It's also good for the environment because we're not filling the sewer with tampons or the landfills with tampons and pads. This right here is doing your part in helping the environment too. So you can look at it that way. It's helping you not to have embarrassing leaks, not to have to change your tampon so much throughout the day, help control a heavy period or regular period. And it also helps the environment. So go get a Diva Cup, give it a try. Size 1 if you haven't had kids, get size 2 if you have had children. All right, you guys, I hope you try this out. I hope it's easy for you to get the hang of it. It might not be super simple the first time to give it that quarter turn, but just work with it, okay? So insert a light turn and it'll pop right open and you're good to go. Check that rim, make sure there's no crinkle in the rim, and you're good to go. All right, you guys, I will see you in the next upcoming video. I hope you found this helpful. Until next time.